The Fargo Moorhead Opera is putting on quite the performance of soldier songs, a gripping performance adapted from interviews with veterans from 5 different wars.
David Hamilton, David Little, Christopher Burchett, James Johnson, and Beth Morrison are here to tell us more about the upcoming, sounds like a fantastic performance. So to all of you, thank you so much for being here. David, I'll start with you as the composer. So you went an interview, Mr. Hamilton was telling me that a bunch of family members that are vets
and
talk
friends,
about the genesis of this.
Family members, friends from high school, people I'd grown up with who had been in combat from World War II through Iraq and Afghanistan, and just tried to get into the questions of, what was their experience, what was it like, how did it affect them, how did it change them coming back, and from their conversations, from our conversations, the piece kind of emerged from that.
So the thing that I'm trying to grasp right now is, how do you take war stories and put them into an opera?
Slowly. It takes a couple of years. The piece took about 2 years to write, all in all. And, you just find the things that resonate in a poetic sense, and you try to create poetic frame around the experiences. Some of the moments are very visceral, some of them are pretty explicit, some of them are direct quotes from, what it feels like to run from incoming ordnance, for example. And so the piece has a lot of intense moments, but it also has some beautiful moments, some reflective moments, and I think it holds together, balances very nicely.
Wow. So what kind of music then does get put into this? Did you guys write all of your own music?
All the music is original, yeah, I wrote all of it, and but I come from a sort of perhaps unusual background for a classical composer, which is that I grew up as a rock drummer. And so there's one song that is called Still Life with Tank and iPod that is all about listening to Metallica while driving a tank, so I really leaned into my rock influence in this piece. There's a lot of electronic effects that make this classical ensemble sound more like a rock band, and yeah, I think it creates a whole other world that I think is appropriate to the story.
And I have to tell you that I've seen now in rehearsals, the video effects are just absolutely stunning. This is like nothing that anybody in Fargo Moorhead has ever seen before. It's truly amazing. And Beth and David are both 2 of the people who are changing the face of opera in America right now. It's evolving. It's turning into, what would you had a good term for it, music theater or
vocal theater?
Is it like an EDM opera?
Yeah, not quite there yet, but we're heading in that direction.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome.
We're having conversations with some great EDM artists about
there
it.
And
yeah.
Wow.
I'm a pretty good DJ, I will admit. So if you need
I'm good at amping people up. Just be like, what do you say? So he can DJ, and I'll just
whip
be like,
the crowd.
Everybody stand up. So for people, I know a lot of them do have ties to, the military, their family members, maybe themselves. So what are they going to get out of seeing this opera?
Well, I think that it can be a very healing, cathartic experience. Also, we all say, oh, we support our troops. But what does that really mean? And I think if you come to this, you're going to get a glimmer of what these people have seen and been through. And maybe the next time you say it, it will mean something different. So I think it's important.
I want to hear some music, but one last question. Do you also talk about when they get back to the homeland and kind of the transformation they go through? Or
Yeah. Whole part 3 is sort of post-combat, coming back and dealing with the struggles sometimes of reintegrating.
There's sort of a PTSD fever dream, if you will, as kind of the last part of the opera that definitely very much, I think, hits upon what a lot of returning vets are struggling with.
Wow.
Do you have any vets in the show by chance? That'd be...
He's the only one in the show.
Are you a vet?
No, but it's the one. It's a one-man
show.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, take it away, my friend. I want to hear you sing, if you don't mind. Unless you want to share something else about the story.
Well, I mean, I was going to say that I'm the only person, but I play from ages 6 to 66 in this show. It has a linear process.
Before you sing quickly, what's the experience been like for you as you go through these stories and start to appreciate what people go through in war?
Well, I unfortunately have no personal experience to draw on, aside from speaking with other people who have been, like David, who have been in war. But I have actually been with the piece, performing it here in the States and in Europe for about 8 years now.
Wow.
And so it has kind of evolved for me as well. There's actually several different productions, totally different takes on this show, aside from the one you'll be seeing here this weekend.
All right, let's hear some music, and then we'll tell people how they can go see it.
Old friends, high school friends, in fatigues, marching in, mile rows behind, giant flags waving, old friends with large weapons marching in mile rows, death machines on their shoulders, these soldiers, black metal, heavy black machines, flat black metal, death metal on their backs, my friends, my friends, my friends, my dear old friends with large weapons, old friends with large weapons, with large weapons, with large weapons.
Wow.
This is not your grandmother's opera.
Right. So how do we see it?
Yeah.
How do you see it? It's at Reineke Festival Hall at NDSU on Friday night at 7:30 and Sunday afternoon at 2. And you can get your tickets at fmopera.org.
Wow.
Good stuff. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you
thank
guys.
you.
Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
All right, stay with us. Much more coming up right here on North Dakota Today.